Hey, I'm Wispy, and it's the spooky season, and to celebrate, I've decided today's character design session should be Halloween themed. So I'm making 3 different Halloween inspired characters, but instead of coming up with everything myself, I let fate decide. Today, I'll be using tarot cards to inspire these character designs. Here are the tarot cards. So how this is going to work out, first of all, I should mention that I have excluded a lot of cards from the deck because there's 76 cards. My little hands can't shuffle all those cards. And I just kind of refined it down to make it easier for me to actually make characters from. Another thing is I will not be using the actual meanings of the tarot cards because I'm not that informed about them. But I just thought this would be a good little prompt idea for me to make characters with, because I saw Lavender Town do a video similar to this a couple of years ago, so I thought this would be a good idea for me to actually make a completely randomized monster creation, because last year's Halloween special was not very good, and I'm hoping to improve that. I'm sorry if the audio in this part is whack. I'm nervous, if you can't tell, I'm not on camera very often. Let me first explain which cards we'll be using today. So these are all the major arcana. We'll be using these to determine basically what role the character will be. And here I have the 4 suits of cards. The wands, if I pull a wand, then it will be a magical weapon. If I pull a chalice, it will be some kind of object that's not a weapon. If I pull a sword, that will be just a normal weapon like a sword or like an axe or a knife, something like that. And the pentacles, I had trouble coming up with an idea for this one, but I decided that cool tattoos might be a good idea for if I pull the pentacles. So these are 2 separate piles, and here is all the different monsters, like Halloween related monsters, so I'll be pulling each of those after I've pulled from these. I'm not good at shuffling. Alright, let's start with the first pile. Which role, I guess, is the monster going to have? Judgment, okay. That could be some kind of fancy lore related character, or it could be, I don't know, we'll see depending on what I pick for the others. Alright, next up. A cup, okay, so that will be a non-magical item, or just a non-weapon related item. Alright, let's give this a shake up. Trying to get one in my hand. Okay, let's pick this one. I cannot see anything from here, and I can barely remember what I put in there. I believe there are 13 monsters in there, but this is the one that we picked. A witch, okay. So that will be the first character design. So for this character, I decided on a professional office look, with a few fantasy elements added. I gave them a nice suit and skirt, but to add some fantasy to it, I included a corset and a witch hat. I decorated everything with flowers, because I thought of them as more of a plant witch. I gave them short brown hair, because I wanted them to have more of an androgynous look. And finally, for the item, I gave them a phone. Next character. I need to stop bonking the mic stand. This one. The Empress. Okay, that could be some kind of female royalty or a more feminine royalty character. Okay. And for the object, I really hope I pick pentacles at some point because I just want to do a cool character with tattoos. Let's go this one. Swords. Okay, non-magical weapon. Alright. Ooh, a vampire. That could be cool. Some kind of hunter vampire lady. That'd be cool. Alright. For this design, I took a lot of inspiration from Marceline from Adventure Time. I gave her long side-shaved hair and pointy ears. I was originally going to give her a very classic vampire-styled suit, but because the witch already had a suit, I thought I should pick something different. So I went for a dress-armor combination to better suit the Empress vibe. I came up with this diamond shape for the crown, and this inspired the rest of the armor. It's a pretty simple armor design, but I'm pretty happy with it. What makes it more unique is the chunky necklace with the sword pendant, and the beads with diamond charms adorning the armored corset and arm guards. I kept the colours very traditionally vampire, with black hair, red eyes, grey skin, and her outfit all shades of bright red. For her weapons, I decided to contrast her more delicate appearance with massive axes. Not quite sure what she's fighting or hunting, maybe evil vampires or humans threatening her home. Overall, I'm very happy with this design. Alright, now for the final character. The moon! Interesting. Okay. That could be some kind of, like, moon deity? Something like that? That'd be cool. Did I already pick a wand? I didn't. Okay. A wand for a magical weapon. That's cool. Oh, let's go with this one. What's this one? Alright. A pumpkin! Okay, that could be interesting. Some kind of pumpkin, moon, magic item thing. We'll work it out. Alright, so that's all of the characters picked out. Right, now it's on to the character designing phase. For this character, I decided to create a non-human pumpkin spirit, sort of like a pixie. I started with a spindly, long-limbed frame. For the outfit, I was inspired by mushrooms and how some have many layers that make up their caps. I gave them a long cape with a leaf collar, and their shirt and shorts are also frilled. For their magical weapon, I gave the top a crescent moon shape, with vines tangled around the handle. For the colours, I stuck to a very natural autumn palette, mostly tan and brown, with the bright orange of the pumpkin and green of the leaves being the most vibrant colours. And here are the finished designs. I hope you enjoyed this character design session. Make sure you comment which one is your favourite. Maybe come up with some names for these characters. And if you're keen for more spooky fun with me, I'll be streaming Undertale on Halloween. I've surprisingly never played it before, and this is the perfect time to try it out. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And like the video if you enjoyed it. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then. Bye!